I have to let people in and kind of do the meeting at the same time, so bear with me. Okay, if you don't know, my name's Paul Oshansky. Been working baseball for a number of years. And this is the second meeting. It is second meeting is always the test meeting. So if you can, again, bear with me while I'm letting people in, I will start everything up here. Okay, first question. 2 outs and a full count. The batter swings and barely tips the pitch, which goes directly into the catcher's mitt and is secured. The catcher then drops the ball while transferring to throw. What is the correct ruling?
A.
Is it A, strike three, batter is out? B, strike three, batter remains at bat? C, whatever four ball is, play continues? D, dead ball and the batter is awarded first base. So the first one is strike three, the batter is out. Transferring the throw is not a um, reason to
Offense.
call this a foul ball since it went directly from the bat to the catcher's glove, and then he was taking it out of the glove, kind of like the shortstop on a double play when as he's transferring it to his hand to throw it. It it comes flying out, of course. Okay, that's number one. Number one's A. Questions on number one? Okay, on to number two. The pitcher legally disengages the rubber, but then fakes a throw to third base before throwing to first in a pickoff attempt. What is the ruling? Okay, is it A, balk? B, legal move? C, dead ball, runner return to the bases? D, the pitcher must first fake to first before throwing to third.
A.
So this one's B. It is a legal move. So number two is B. Questions on number two. So remember, you cannot fake the throw to first, but you can fake a throw to third or second. Okay, number three. The following statement on obstruction is true. A, the ball is always declared dead. B, the act must be intentional and only physical. C, occurs when a fielder with possession of the ball denies access to the base the runner is attempting to achieve. D, is declared when a fielder without the ball simulates a tag on a runner. Okay, obstruction. And the correct answer is D, is declared when a fielder without the ball simulates a tag on a runner. So um, if the fielder makes the runner slide, that's definitely obstruction. It's your judgment after that. But if he makes the runner slow down, or like I just said, slide, um, then it's obstruction. So number three is D. Okay, on to number four. Okay. An offender shall be ejected on the first offense when the player loosens up to bat in the opposing team's on deck circle. B, a player leaves his bench area for the purpose of a physical confrontation. C, the coach uses replay equipment for coaching purposes during the game. D, all of the above.
B.
Okay, so four is B, bravo. So don't let the guy loosen up in the other team's on deck circle. Don't let the coach. Oh, the coach can use replay equipment in the dugout. So that leaves us with letter B for B Bravo for four. Okay, on to number five. Oh, does anybody have any questions on number 4? Okay, on to number 5. The batter hits a slow roller up the first baseline. The ball is in fair territory as the first baseman reaches down to field it. Just before the ball enters his glove, it is kicked by the batter runner who is running in fair territory. What is the ruling? So number 5 is A, foul ball, no play. B, the batter runner is out for interference. C, the ball remains live and in play. Or D, the batter runner is awarded first base.
B.
So this is not a foul ball. The, the ball's not live, and the batter is not awarded first base. So it's going to be B, the batter runner is out for interference. The fielder's if any fielder's trying to field a ball and someone kicks it, um, you're going to have interference. Does anybody have any questions on number 5? Okay, number 6. With a runner on first base, the pitcher comes set and picks up his pivot foot and quickly resets before delivering home. What is the ruling? Is it A, balk, B, legal, C, illegal pitch, D, play stands unless the batter objects? So the pitcher, he obviously did something that he shouldn't be doing, so then it would be A, balk. So number 6 is A, balk. Questions on number 6? Okay, on to number 7. Okay, the pitcher, while touching the rubber, adjusts his cap with his pitching hand before coming set. What is the correct ruling? So is number 8, the pitcher's number 7, is it A, balk, B, illegal pitch, C, legal, D, immediate dead ball? Number 7 is legal. Okay, so if he's in the windup and he puts his hands together and he comes up and he adjusts his cap, he started his motion, so that's going to be a problem. If he comes set, brings his hands together, adjusts his cap, that's he started his motion, so that's illegal also. That's a balk. So number 7 is C. The way they wrote the question is legal. Number 8. Number 8. Okay. A coach makes his second defensive conference of the inning, but does not remove his pitcher. 2 batters later, the coach returns for another conference. What is the correct ruling? A, the pitcher must be removed. B, the pitcher may remain if no reliever is ready. C, the defense is charged with 3 additional conferences. With an additional conference. Okay, Herschel had a great phrase for it last time. Herschel, are you with us? Let me see if I
Yes.
can get you off hold.
Yes. You get three for free.
3 for free.
3 for free.
So yes, you get 3 free defensive conferences. The coach gets 3 defensive conferences a game, so that if he comes out to talk to the first baseman, that's a conference also. But 99 times out of 100, he'll come out and talk to the pitcher. So if you remember, if he removes the pitcher, it is not a conference. Questions on number 8. Okay, number 9. The batter hits a ground ball to the shortstop. As the ball is hit, the end cap of the bat comes loose and flies towards the shortstop. This distracts the shortstop and he is unable to make a play on a seemingly routine ground ball. Is it A, the ball remains live and in play? B, this is interference. The umpire shall call the batter out. C, time should immediately be called when the bat breaks apart. Return the batter to the box and he will hit again. D, the coach and player are ejected for illegal equipment. Okay, so this one is the ball remains live and in play, so it's letter A. Um, it's not interference unless I don't know what else you could come up with, unless something happens and they try and do it on purpose. Someone's trying to get away with something, then you get in, then you're going to have interference. This, the way they wrote it, doesn't just seems like the end of the bat came off and it got in the way of the shortstop. So remember, if you remember the old days when we used wood, the wood would the bat would break and would go flying, and that'll distract you for sure. But same kind of concept. Any questions on number nine? Number nine is A. Okay, on to number 10. R3 on third base, 2 outs, 0-2 count on B7. B7 swings and misses on a curveball in the dirt that gets away from the catcher and goes to the backstop. B7 is angry at himself and begins to take 3 steps toward his dugout when he realizes he can advance to first. As B7 now sprints toward first base, R3 touches home, of course. The catcher gets the ball and fires to first base, just retiring B7 on a very close play for the 3rd out. What is the correct ruling on this play? A, call B7 out for leaving the baseline when he started toward his dugout. B, B7 is out at first base for the 3rd out. Score R3's run, and this is a timing play. C, B7 is out at first base for the 3rd out. No runs can score on this play. So when you're running the bases, whatever path you take to the next base is your path to the base. Unless you run out of play or they're making a play on you, then you have to go toward the next base. So it's not A. So it's not B, it's not a timing play in this instance. It's C. The batter runner never acquired first base. So that's the 3rd out, and no runs can score on this play. Anybody have any questions on number 10? Number 10 is C. Okay, waiting on somebody to get in here. Okay, so number 11. The position of the pitcher's blank determines the windup or set position. A, non-pivot foot. B, pivot foot. C, shoulders. D, hands. So it's A, the pivot foot. The shoulders and the hands don't determine a windup or a set position. This is one they gave to us, kind of easy. Does anybody have any questions on number 11? Number 11's B, pivot foot. Okay, on to number 12. R1, the batter hits a low line drive to the first.
Can you scroll
Sorry.
up? Thanks.
R1, the batter hits a low line drive to the first baseman. The first baseman short hops the ball for no catch. The runner on first, believing the line drive would be caught, returns to first base. The first baseman touches first base before the batter reaches first, then tags the runner who is now standing on first base. So 12. A, this is a double play and the runner was forced to run. B, the batter runner is the only out because the force was removed when the batter runner was put out. C, this is interference by R1 and both R1 and batter runner are declared out. Or D, none of the answers. Okay, so since the first baseman touched the base before he tagged the runner, that removed the force on the runner at first base and makes this 12B. The batter runner is only out because the force was removed when the batter runner was put out. 12 is B. Anybody have any questions on 12? Okay, on to 13. Batting order is Abel, Baker, Charles, Daniels, Edwards. Charles bats instead of Baker, flies out to center field. Baker comes to bat, takes two pitches, and with a 1-1 count, the defense appeals batting out of order. Okay, so is it A, Daniels is declared out and Edwards is the proper batter? B, takes Baker's place at bat with a 1-1 count. C, Baker is out and Charles bats again? Or D, none of the answers? Okay, so the correct answer is B. Daniels takes Baker's place at bat with a 1-1 count. When when Baker came to bat, uh, that made Charles's turn at bat legal, and then the person that follows Charles should be Daniels. So that's why Daniels gets the 1-1 count from uh, from what Baker had. Any questions on 13? So we're more if they had come up and said after Charles flied out, if they had come up and said, "Hey, Charles shouldn't have batted, Baker should have batted before the next pitch," we would have called Baker out and Charles would have batted again. In this case, since Baker took a couple of pitches, that made Charles's batting out of order legal and uh, makes Daniels the next batter. Any questions on this one?
Yes. Yeah, I got a question on that. So say I mean goodness is so, unlikely, but say they continue and Charles completes his at bat, then Daniels completes or I'm sorry, like say in the middle of a bat of Daniels, then they appeal. Do we then put Edwards at bat with that count? Or is everything just done?
So are you saying that Baker completed his at bat?
Yeah, I'm saying yeah,
Charles batted out of order.
Baker completes his at bat. But say we go another batter deeper into the lineup, and then they appeal batting out of order. When Baker and Charles when they reversed, if they appeal after Baker bats and in the middle of Daniels at bat, does then um does then Edwards come to bat, or is everything just done? We're done appealing then.
No. So since it was supposed to be since it was supposed to be Baker, Charles, Daniels,
Hmm.
and it went Charles, Baker, and then Daniels, and Baker, I'm gonna assume made an out.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Baker made an out, and then Daniels came up and
Hmm.
took a couple pitches. Daniels just
Yes.
made Baker legal. So then Charles would have to bat again with bait whatever account Daniels had.
Okay, so you're saying if the team appealed when Daniels was at bat, then you said you would back up and Charles would bat?
Okay, tell me what the order is again. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
You're all
I'm
right.
saying because as soon as Baker bats, um we said and it make yeah, I'm confusing myself now. You know, never. I'll look up the rule in the book. I don't want to delay us.
Oh no, that's okay. Just remember if the illegal batter then takes a legal pitch, that that makes the previous batter's time at bat legal.
Okay.
And so I think you're saying uh, Charles batted and he shouldn't have, and he made an out. Daniels came up, or Baker came up, made an out. Then Daniels came up and had a 1-1 count.
Hmm.
It would actually
Yes.
be Charles. Charles should be the person that should be up because then it reverts back when Daniels when when Daniels took a pitch that made Baker's time at bat legal.
Okay. So I guess just the crux I guess just the crux of what I'm asking is that like say we get down to like the seventh hitter in the lineup and then the other team appeals. Do we then switch back to what it should have been?
No, you to whoever the sixth batter was and find
Hmm.
out who was supposed to follow this, who was supposed to follow that person.
Okay. Okay. That makes more sense. Okay.
I think you're trying to ask how many batters back you can go to correct that. It would only be that current batter at that count.
Okay. So the sorry, I'm just trying to understand this.
Okay.
Um, sorry, was someone going there?
We're waiting for you.
You know, what is? Oh, sorry, there. Let's just keep going. I'll read the rule and get it straight in my head.
Okay.
I
Good luck.
remember having trouble with this one last year.
Hopefully
Just
it doesn't occur. It doesn't occur too often, but when
yeah.
it does, it's no fun. I agree. It's just remember if the next batter uh, takes a pitch, that makes the previous batter's turn at bat legal.
Okay.
Whether he got on base or not, right?
Correct.
Okay, so he'll remain on base if he got a single.
Okay, you're breaking up. I'm sorry.
He'll remain on base if he got a single.
Correct. Yes, if the next guy is taking pitches, yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Unless if he's supposed to be at bat, you're going to skip him. I don't want to throw another one in there, but I'm going to. So if the wrong guy's at first base, he can't bat again. So you're going to have to skip his at bat and go on to the next guy. There's something else for you to look up.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
It's
a
a lot of
strange
fun.
situation if Charles came back to bat again, but he was on base.
Yeah, then you'd go to
Yes.
Then you'd go to Daniels. Yes,
Okay.
Okay.
that's 13. So 13 is B Bravo. On to 14. Courtesy runner CR1 runs for R1 and later in that same half inning runs for R2. What is the ruling? A, illegal substitution C1 is declared out. B, illegal substitution C1 is declared out and restricted to the bench and dugout area. C, illegal substitution C1 is declared out and ejected. D, replace C1 with C2, who would run for the catcher with no penalty. Okay, so correct answer is B, illegal substitution. C1 is declared out and restricted to the dugout and bench area. Try not to eject anybody unless you absolutely have to. If you have to, you have to. But courtesy runners, remember, courtesy runners run for the pitcher's or catcher's position, not the person, the position. Questions on 14? Anyone? Okay, on to 15. R1 is on first with one out. B3 hits a fly ball to deep right field, and R1 takes off immediately on contact. The right fielder makes a diving catch for the second out, while R1 is now scrambling to get back to first base. The right fielder gets up and seeing R1 racing back toward first, unleashes a throw that lands over the first base dugout into dead ball territory. At the time of the throw, R1 is roughly 30 feet from first base. Where is R1 placed? Okay, is it A, first base, B, second base, C, third base, or D, score the run? All right, so Federation rules is it's 2 bases from the time of the throw from the outfield. So he had acquired first base since he was on first. So he would get third base. Make sure he touches second base on his way to third. But and that's appealable. They can appeal if he doesn't touch the base. So number 15 is C, third base.
Now he has to touch first base as well, doesn't he? That's appealable as well.
Very good point. Yes, thank you. So if they don't appeal, he doesn't have to do anything. He can run across the infield. But if they appeal, yes, he has to touch first. He has to touch second on his way to third base.
Hey, Paul, another observation for 15.
Please.
Another way to think of it, could it be 2 bases on a throw from the outfield?
That's not what I said.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
Yeah.
just clarifying what.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Yes. Yeah. It's 2 bases from a throw from the outfield, or
All right.
or if it's not the first play on the infield, first play on the infield is 2 bases from the time of the pitch. Any other time, any other throw is 2 bases from the time of the throw.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
the outfield, even if the shortstop cuts it off and there's a play at the plate and he throws it into the dead ball area, you give everybody 2 bases from the time of the throw.
okay, very good. Thank you.
Okay, 16. R1 is on first, R3 on third, no outs. A ground ball is hit to the shortstop and the defense begins to turn the double play. R1 slides illegally at second base, sliding beyond the base and creating a great deal of contact with the second baseman. What is the correct ruling on this play? A, play on, this is a legal play. B, interference on R1 because the force play slide rule. R1 is called out, bad runner is called out, and R3 scores. C, interference on R1 because of the force play slide rule. R1 is called out, batter runner is returned to bat, and R3 goes back to third. D, interference on R1 because of the force play slide rule. R1 is called out, batter runner is called out, and R3 goes back to third. Okay, so interference is going to be one of those things we're going to penalize as much as we can. So this is going to be D. You're going to get the runner sliding, which is going to get you the batter runner at first, and the runner on third has to go back. So, and you're going to have unhappy people, but that's why we get paid the big bucks. So don't let anybody get away with an illegal slide. So if you have to stay with it an extra second, stay with it an extra second. Make sure it's okay.
Is that a dead ball at that time of the illegal slide then?
Yes, yes, because you're going to make the runners go back.
Yeah.
So if it was a base loaded situation, you'd make R3 go back, you'd make R2 go back, and you'd have 2 outs.
So in that situation, if they did have a clear interference at second base, however, they did complete the double play, then by definition, there would be no interference and the run would score. Is that a correct statement?
I no, it is not. So don't let anybody get away with something. Someone's trying to get away with something here.
Yeah. It's
Don't let 'em
dead
do it.
ball as soon as the interference occurs.
Yes,
Okay, thank you.
yes. Dead ball, kill it as soon as if you have an illegal slide, kill it because it's just going to get worse, and then the other team's going to have to try and get even. So don't 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 let something like that happen. So 16 is D, Delta. Any other questions, comments? Okay, so another gimme here coming up on number 17. What is the MHSA policy on umpire attire? Umpires can wear any color combination as long as the crew of umpires matches. B, umpires can wear blue only, navy or powder blue, and the crew of umpires must match. C, umpires can wear blue, black, or red only. The crew of umpires must match. So 17 is B. Bravo. Can
Paul,
only
I
wear
got a
blue?
question for you.
Yes, sir.
So, what is your opinion? I guess I'll throw this out to everyone. They've increased our pay, and I have noticed just myself that we're going out there with sleeves that don't match the uniform, as opposed to just buying the over jacket. Wearing sweats under the short sleeves because it may be cold out. I mean, people are looking at us. They gave us an increase in pay. Can we just invest a little bit into ourselves so we at least look professional out there?
I agree. This is the second year, so we need to invest a little bit more. So if your shirt's getting a little raggedy or yellow or whatever color blue turns into, or it gets faded, it might be time to look into purchasing another one or two, because I know I work every day, so I've got 4 or 5 uniforms. So, but yes, let's try and look. Let's try and look the part. Um, it's something that we might not get the call right, but we look really good. So that's always been my, hey, I might not get the call right, but man, I look sharp. So think of it that way. Maybe people will believe us more if we look the part. Anybody have a comment or question on 17 or what we just discussed?
Hey, Paul. Yeah, real quick. This is
Yeah.
Perry. Did you say the correct answer is C?
Oh,
Charlie?
B Bravo.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
So yeah, no red, no black for
Oh, I'm
baseball.
sorry. I meant B. But the question is, you said the crew of the umpires must match, meaning everyone, if they're wearing powder, everyone has to wear powder blue
Correct.
or navy. Interesting. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, no powder blue and one guy powder blue, one guy navy. That's a no-no.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Okay, number 18. Anybody else on 17? Okay, number 18. If two runners are touching the base when neither is forced to advance, if both are tagged, A, only the preceding runner is out. B, only the following runner is out. C, both are out if the following runner is tagged first, then the preceding runner. Okay, so you got two people at third base. So the person that obtained the base first it's theirs. So if someone runs in behind them, they're the one they're the ones that need to be tagged in order to be out. So if whoever acquired the base, I don't do good with preceding and following. So if you obtain the base first, that's yours. If someone comes in behind you, they got to go back, or they're going to be, or if they're tagged, they're out. So I've seen this like 3 or 4 times in all the years I've umpired. So
That usually occurs when there's a rundown and the player returns to the base.
yes,
other-
look, yeah, it's going to be in a rundown. The guy from normally what happens, or not normally, but what I've seen is the runner from third gets in a pickle between home and third, and then the batter runner comes around. He's standing at third, and they walk the guy back, and they start tagging everybody. Make sure you get the guy second to the base. Hopefully that makes sense. So get the following runner. So it says B. The answer 18 is B Bravo. Only the following runner is out. So get the following runner.
There you go. Hey, Paul, that's the easiest way to think about it. The runner that passes somebody is out. So no different than if the runner passes if the batter runner passes the R1 between first and second, who was out? The batter runner is out because he passed the original runner. So think about it as the same way if two people are standing on the base.
Perfect. Perfect. Thanks, Gary. Perfect. Anybody have any questions on 18? Okay, over to 19. With runners on first and second and one out, the batter hits a pop-up near the mound. The umpire declares the infield fly. The ball then lands untouched in foul territory. Okay, so the ruling is A, batter is out, B, foul ball, C, live ball, play continues, D, infield fly stands. So it's infield fly, batter's out if fair, right? So if the ball ends up in foul territory, it's a foul ball. So 19 is B, bravo. So it's infield fly, bat if fair. Infield fly if fair. I don't know how else to explain it. Anybody have any questions on 19? Okay, number 20. A fair batted ball strikes the umpire before passing an infielder other than the pitcher. The ruling is live ball, B, dead ball, batter awarded first, C, dead ball, batter out, D, dead ball, return runners. Okay, so it's gonna hurt. That's all I remember from getting hit. I think I've been hit twice. Anyways, 20 is B. It's B Bravo, dead ball, batter is awarded first, and all the runners only advance if they're forced to advance. So normally the team batting, they're not going to be happy, but there's not much you can do about it. None of us are getting younger, that's for sure. Any questions on number 20? Okay, on to 21. No runners on base. The batter bunts the ball, and the bat is hit a second time in fair territory while the batter is still in the box. The ruling is A, live ball, B, dead ball, batter out, C, dead ball, return batter, D, no pitch. Okay, so why do I think I have the wrong answer? Bear with me here a second. So 20 is B, dead ball, the batter is out.
Even if
21 is,
even
21
still in
is
the back,
B.
I thought he'd be a fair territory. Yeah.
I'm with you. That's why I'm questioning this.
No, the answer should be A.
You know, they want B.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense to me because I've always understood that if the bat hits the ball twice, then you've got an issue. But if the ball hits the bat and he's still in the box, then I always would have that as a foul ball, as a dead
Yeah.
ball.
Paul
think
Bobby.
I think it's a foul ball also. But I'm guessing it's not said here, but I'm guessing he dropped the bat and the bat is still moving and it hits the ball. That's what I'm guessing this is. Because when I first took the test, I had C. Because to me, if you're in a batter's box and you bunt it, it goes straight down, comes back up and hits the bat. That's a foul ball. But if you drop the bat and the bat's moving and the ball hits the bat, now we have a dead ball, batter out. If the bat's if the bat's stationary and the ball hits it, now we're just play it. I know there's a lot to that, but this is what they wanted on February 18th. So when I took the test. So if it changes, let me know. Does anybody have any questions on it?
Yeah, there's a similar situation. You bunt up, he bunts, he drops the bat as he's running first base, and then the ball rolls into the bat.
Is the bat moving or is the bat stationary?
Well, does it matter if
Yes.
the bat's on the ground, and whether it's stationary or rolling, it makes a difference.
It makes it different. Yeah.
Okay.
If the bat's moving, he's out. If the bat's just sitting there, play it.
Okay.
Anyone else? Okay, on to 22. With runners on first and second, the shortstop obstructs the runner from second while not fielding the ball. The ball is later hit safely to the outfield. The umpire should A, call timeout immediately, B, signal delay dead ball, C, call interference, D, ignore the obstruction. Okay, so the correct answer is B, signal delay dead ball, make it verbal too. That's obstruction. Point at it and say that's obstruction. Okay, so if you think the runner that was obstructed could have scored and they throw him out at home plate, award him home plate. But if you think the runner that was obstructed could only make it to third and he tries to score, you don't get the run until you're out. You're going to be out. So you're only going to protect the runner as far as you think he would have gotten without the obstruction. Anybody have any question on this one?
I agree with the answer, but from my experience, when I verbalize call obstruction, too often everything stops, and I get myself pissing on a spark plug when I didn't have to. So I do it visually and let the play proceed, and everything else that you said, I totally agree with. But I just found that certainly at the younger levels, when I yell that's obstruction, then everything stops.
Okay.
Yeah, I just
Whatever
signal
works.
obstruction. I just signal obstruction without verbalizing.
Whatever works for you.
Yep.
So if they stop, they stop. I don't know what else to tell you. But a lot of times the obstruction I've seen, a lot of times they knock the kid to the ground. So he acts dead. So he can't get up anyway. So everything's in a bad state as it is. So it's good to kill it. But
Can you enforce obstruction even though you didn't signal it at the time? Can you go back and say, oh, that was obstruction?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, that's right.
Definitely. I know a lot of guys that won't stick their left arm out because I'm not running with my left arm out. Okay, so do what works for you. So, my opinion, say something so everybody knows. You don't have anybody screaming at you. They're going to scream interference, of course, when it's obstruction. So maybe they'll pick up it's actually obstruction and not interference on the defense. So
They should know
whatever works for you. Somebody?
I just said that the team should know the rule.
Yeah.
If you say obstruction, they should know that the play is not dead.
Yes. It's not It's not something we can do, but
Mhm.
I understand where you're coming from. So 22 is, oh, it says call obstruction. From when I printed it off in February, it says signal delay dead ball. So 22 is B. Okay, 23. After the game begins, an incorrect lineup is discovered. B invalidates the game. No. Requires a protest. And state doesn't do protests, right? C is corrected with penalties applied, or D results in a forfeiture. So we're not going to forfeit the game. So that leaves C is corrected with penalties applied. Whatever's written on the scorecard, on the game card with the lineup, or whatever's written on the lineup card, go by the lineup and try and figure out who's supposed to bat at what time, and then go and call out who you have to call out and go from there. I had it happen once. It's no fun. It's absolutely no fun at all. Questions on 23? 23 is C, Charlie. Okay, 24. Runner intentionally interferes on a double play attempt. A, runner out. B, batter out. C, runner and batter out. D, delayed dead ball. So anybody does something intentionally, penalized to the max. So C 24 is C, Charlie, runner and batter out. So everybody else returns to the base.
Is it intentionally? What's non-intentional?
You're breaking up. I'm sorry.
It says if intentionally interferes. What if it was not intentional, but he still interfered?
Yeah, it's still the same thing if you decide he interfered.
I thought that if he collides, say, with the second baseman as he's fielding the ball, it's a dead ball. The runner's out, batter gets first base.
If you think he would have tagged the runner and thrown the guy out, you can have both of them.
Mm-hmm.
And he probably would have fielded it, tagged him, and threw him out. So if don't let anybody get away with anything, right? And it's your judgment on whether you want to put the batter at first base or not.
Well, my understanding is, if it's interference by the runner, dead ball, right there, runner's out.
Okay.
Hey, Paul. Paul,
Yes.
question on that. I saw a play on YouTube, bases loaded, no outs. Second baseman, ball was hit to the shortstop. Second baseman went and caught the ball and to stop the double play.
John, you're gonna have to explain it again. I'm sorry.
Bases loaded,
Yes.
ball was hit towards shortstop. The guy on second base ran and caught the ball. So what is the call? Obviously, he's out for interference.
Was it a grounder or a line drive?
It was a grounder.
It was a ground. I saw the same thing. It was a ground ball, and that's what the question is. He intentionally caught the ball, so both of them will be out. The batter runner, and the runner.
Okay, so
The batted runner would be out also.
That's correct.
I'd get the guy closest to home plate on that one.
You get the guy third coming from third to home.
Yeah, I'd get the guy going from second to third, and I'd get the guy going from third to home. Because I don't want this. If this continues, it's not going to get any better. It's not going to be pretty. So I would get the guy closest to home and the runner from second to third. And I'd put the batter runner at first. Anybody else on 24?
You just contradicted everything you just said in 24 because I know what you're saying. It says the runner intentionally interferes with the play. So that's exactly what John just said. He purposely caught the ball so it wouldn't be a double play. But the question here says if it's C, the runner and batter are out. So it depends on which runner. So I would assume the runner going home is out and the batter runner going to first will be out.
No. Okay, so I'm guessing what they're talking about on this play is again there's a problem at second base on a double play attempt. So I'm
I
not.
hate to be that guy, but who says it's at second base though?
I, I know what you're saying, Herschel, but I'm reading into the question.
Okay.
That, that, that's all
I'm
I can
throwing it
think
out
of.
there to think about it. That's all.
That's not one of the options to get the guy from home, get the guy closest to home, but
There'd have to be a play there at home, right?
no, not.
Well, the
Yeah,
play is
yeah, but we
automatically
don't know
dead.
we don't know where the play is going to be because this he interfered with the ball. He
Yeah.
could be
The
going from
play is
home to
automatically
first.
dead. So who do you get out? Do you get the third baseman out or the batted runner?
So what Paul was saying
Because he's
earlier was
staying on third.
what Paul was saying earlier we penalized the max. So the runner that was going home is out and the runner that's going to third is out, according to what
There's
Paul just
three
said.
out.
No.
It's only two.
No, you don't. If the guy, if it's a grounder and the guy running from second to third catches the ball, penalize as maximum as you possibly can on that. Because, okay, it could have been bases loaded and a grounder to the shortstop, and it's going to be the shortstop's going to throw it home and get the guy out at home. I'm just throwing it out there, and he catches the ball to try and stop that. I can't have that. You just can't have that in a game. It's just not part of the game. So get who you have to. In that instance, get who you have to get. Because it's just going to get worse. That's all I can think of saying. It's not going to get any better if if that nonsense continues. Do what you got to do. I mean, that's why they pay us the big bucks. Sometimes you got to do stuff that's not going to be real. Nobody's going to be real happy with, but it's right. Anybody else?
What
I'm
was
all
the
for
answer?
24C Charlie
Okay,
is what
thank
they
you.
want. Okay, 25. Fake tag causes early slide and miss a base. So A, runner out, B, obstruction, award base, C, interference, D, no call. So 25. Fake tag is going to be an obstruction, right? So you're going to have to start awarding bases. So award your base. Make sure everybody touches the bases. It's going to be B. This is obstruction. Award the base.
Somebody's not on mute, but I have a question. If there's a pickoff throw to second base and he does a fake tag, then we're awarding third base to that runner. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
Don't let anybody get away with anything, and it'll stop it. If you give the guy the next base, they'll stop doing stupid stuff. They just will. It'll prevent a lot of problems.
If in that case, if the ball though goes more towards right center or left center, and that runner could have scored home, you can give him home as well, right?
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
You can award the runner any base you think he would have
Right.
achieved.
Thank
Again,
you.
you can't run until you're out. So if you think if it was just a first to third thing and it was a base hit to right field, he can't keep going to home. If he gets thrown out at home, that's his problem. But if you think it's in the gap and he gets thrown out at home, you can award him home if that's what you thought he could have achieved. Okay, that's 25. 26. Late slide with malicious contact. Dead ball, runner out. B, dead ball ejection. C, live ball ejection. D, double play. So malicious contact. So we can't have this either. This is some more nonsense we can't have in our game. So this is going to be B, dead ball ejection. So B bravo on this one. And usually what happens is the runner scores and he runs the catcher over. So that's one of the things. A late slide for no reason. We just can't have this. So 26 is B bravo, dead ball ejection.
And the runner would not score in that an example you just gave at home plate.
If he already scored, he would count,
Okay.
but he'd be ejected. Okay. If he slides into home way late, then no. That's 26. 27. Ejected coach continues arguing from the stands. All right. So this is A, ignore, B, suspend game, C, forfeit game, D, remove personnel. This is the last thing we absolutely want to do, but if you have to do it, you have to do it. Make sure you document it. When you do eject somebody, make sure he leaves. Don't let him stay in when you eject a coach. And when you eject an adult, how's this? When you eject an adult that's a non-player, make sure he leaves the area so you don't have to worry about forfeiting the game. But if you won't leave, you got to do what you got to do. Forfeit the game. Document it so you can write it in the report. 27 is C, Charlie. Questions on 27? 28, they changed on me. Okay, so let's read it off the screen then. Audio video devices worn by players result in A, warning, B, a restriction, C, an ejection, D, a forfeit. So no video on the field. Yeah, who's got the rule book in front of them? Because this is I would restrict him to the dugout. I got enough problems. If you have to eject them, you have to eject them. But it's usually the first time's a warning and a restriction. But we can't have video on the field. Does anybody have the rule book out? It's a different thing than my test. We'll come back to 28. How's that? 29 is different. Oh, 29 is now 28. Okay, so wonderful. 28 or 29 on the screen. Illegal pitch with runners on base results in A, ball, B, a balk, C, a strike, D, a warning.
Hey, the rule book on 28 is a warning.
Okay.
a warning, and then warning to the coach, team involved, and the next offenders of that team will be ejected along with the head coach. It's rule 2-1, page
Thank
17.
you. So 28 is A. So 28 is A, a warning. '29 is B, balk, bravo. So any time there's a runner on base and the pitcher does something illegal, it's a balk. Any questions? I guess I should go back to 28. Any questions on 28? Okay, any questions on 29?
Hey, Paul, 28.
Yes.
I like your first thought about B on that one, just because you want to set the standard, set the example that they should be restricted to the dugout.
Yes. It depends on how I feel that day. If someone's quoting me rule and verse on something else, you could be you
Play
could be
hardball.
more restrictive.
I'm going to try to play hardball if it's an infraction that results in something else. In other words, like it's a part of a play or a defensive strategy.
Yeah, if someone's trying to get away with something, yes. I mean, whatever you feel you need to do. If you need to restrict somebody, restrict them. If you need to eject them, eject them. But you can warn and tell them next person's either restricted or ejected. Hopefully nobody has this video crap going on, but you never know. You just never know.
Thanks.
You're welcome. 28. Next 28. Anybody have any questions on 28? Okay, 29. We said 28 is a warning. 29 is B balk. Anybody have any questions on 29? Oh, now we have 31 here. All right. A run shall not score when A, force third out, B, tag occurs before runner crosses home plate, C, batter runner out before first, or D, any of the above. So I'm guessing A is a force out for the third out. So if there's a force out, cannot have a run score. B, it sounds like it is a timing play. Maybe a runner at first and runner at third. The runner at first tags up. They tag him at second before the runner from third touches home. So that's your basic timing play. So A and C, batter runner out before first, which if the batter runner never acquires first base, then it's a third out. There are no runs can score. So 30 is D, any of the above. Any questions on that poorly worded question? And my attempt at fixing it. Okay, the last one. Delayed dead ball means play stops, play continues, replay pitch. So delayed dead ball is a play continues. So B bravo there. So again, that's your basic obstruction call, where nothing really bad happens. It's just somebody obstructed. It's a delayed dead ball.
One last question on obstruction. They could take the result of the play, the offensive team.
You're breaking up. I believe you said in obstruction you can take the result of the play, and that's
Yes.
true. That's true.
Do you bring that up with the the coach, first you enforce the rule, and then do you go to the coach of the offensive team and say, would you ask them, would you like the result of the play, or do you wait for them to come to you and make a decision?
I would go to the coach.
Okay.
Um, again, I've seen it once where I've had it once where it always has to do with, hey, do you want to score the run and have whoever's out, or do you want to leave people on base, make the run, or do you want to put everybody back?
This usually happens with a catcher interference. That hits the glove.
Yes. Yes.
I just wasn't sure if you should go to the offensive coach and ask them, would you like the result of the play, or
if it doesn't have to do with an out, I'd put the batter runner on first.
Yes.
I mean, if it has to deal with scoring a run, then I would ask the coach.
Okay.
And if he's got Barry Bonds up and they hit him, or the catcher interferes with the bat so he can't hit the triple off the fence, and you put him on first, the coach will be screaming, I want him to bat. And I've never heard anybody say, make him bat again. But I shouldn't say never, but I never have. Okay, that's our 31 questions. Does anybody want to discuss anything else? We did pretty good, 9:07.
Paul,
Yes, talk to me, John.
just want to get a point of clarification. If the pitcher's replaced after the coach goes out there 3 times, does the count start all over again for the next new pitcher?
No. Every trip after the third free trip is that person cannot pitch again the rest of the game.
Okay. Next, can you explain what a catcher's balk is?
Oh, yes. So when you deliver a pitch, the pitch has to cross home plate. That's one, right? So if he catches it, so normally this is normally when something like a catcher balk happens, is the runner from third is coming home and it's a suicide, and the catcher goes out in front of the plate, catches the ball to tag the runner. Normally. If he catches it before it crosses the plate, the ball has to cross the plate before the catcher can catch it.
Pitcher has to throw from the mound, correct? If he steps off the plate, the catcher can get in front of the plate, correct?
Yes, if he's not on the rubber, so don't use the mound, but use the rubber. If it's not a pitch, that means he just threw it. He's an infielder then, so he threw it. The catcher caught it, and the ball doesn't have to cross the plate. He can catch it and tag him.
Now, if the catcher is, let's say he's out of the catcher's box, as they normally do, go all the way out, trying to get the target on the outside of the plate, is that a balk?
Don't let him do that.
That's not my question.
Tell him, hey, you have to be in the catcher's box.
So that's a balk also.
Yes, but
at least 1 foot though, right? At least 1 foot.
No,
he's got to have both
according
feet.
to the rule.
He's got to have
the
both
rule
feet.
says the catcher has to have both feet in the box.
Well, don't let him pitch if he doesn't have both feet in the box.
Oh, I thought you were saying after the release. Do you mean before the release or after the release? In the pitch is in motion, or
Come on, man.
Through the whole part of the pitch until he catches it. He has to be in the box the whole time.
Then how do you treat a pitch out then? Because they're coming up out of their stance and into the other batter's box to clear the batter so they can't swing at a pitch out to throw down to second.
That's a really good question. Thank you.
Or it could be a wild pitch too, right?
Okay, so yeah, I think anybody want to help me with this? I think after he releases it, he can go.
That's my understanding. That's why I was trying to understand.
Thank you. It's just something I never see or think about.
Well, you know, the catcher. I know it's been my experience. The catcher, when he goes all the way outside, you on a right-hand batter, you are exposed. You don't have the protection of the catcher. You can't go out there with him.
Well, don't let him do that.
That's the reason why it's a ball.
If he's that far out, stop the game and go, hey, you can't do that. You have to be over here.
At the time of the release of the pitch.
Can I add something real
Yes.
quick? You have to understand that when a pitcher is throwing a pitch from the rubber, the batter has the right to play that ball. They have the right to hit that ball. That's what a pitch from the rubber. That's why if you wanted to throw home, you would have to step off first. If you throw a pitch from the rubber, the batter has the opportunity to hit that pitch. And so they're protecting the catcher and the runner by they don't want the catcher jumping out and having the batter swing. So you have to understand that on any pitch, the batter has the right to hit the ball. And if that catcher is going out past the point of the plate, if they're receiving the pitch before it crosses the plate, then they're taking the opportunity of the batter away from hitting the ball. And that's why the penalty exists. It's a safety thing as much as anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Which was my point about the designated pitch out. If a coach calls for a pitch out because he thinks the runner's stealing, the batter has every right to swing at that. That's why the catcher should have every right to go into the other batter's box and field that pitch out.
He does, and by rule, the catcher is still not allowed to advance beyond the back point of the plate until he receives the ball. Like, you can't throw a pitch out and have the catcher run out in front of the plate to catch the ball. He still has to let the ball, because it's still a legal pitch. The batter could still leap out and hit the ball if they wanted to. So that pitch has to cross the back of home plate because it's the batter's right to play the ball.
The best thing he can do is hit the batter with the ball. Sorry. Had to say it.
Well, and it works in the other direction too, because if the pitcher steps off and then the batter swings, if the pitcher steps off the back of the rubber and then throws it home, that is not a pitch. The batter has no right to hit the ball, and if they do, now they're the ones that are interfering. So the distinction is where the throw is coming from. If it's coming from the rubber, if it's a legal pitch, then the batter has the right to play it. And if it's not a legal pitch, if they step off and throw home, then the batter has no right to play it.
I agree.
If the
Anything
pitcher
else from
throws
anybody?
home and he's not on the mound, that's a balk.
What do you mean,
No.
mound?
No, that's
By
not
mound.
true.
If he disengages from the pitching plate to try to get a runner out, he's no longer a pitcher. Now he's a fielder. It's not a balk. It's not a pitch.
Exactly.
So he's throwing the ball home as an infielder.
Correct.
It depends on where is his foot. Is his foot against the pitching plate? He's a pitcher. If it disengages, now he's a fielder. In order for it to be a legal pitch, he has to be engaged with the pitching plate.
We have to step back off the rubber too.
So why
Correct.
would
He
he
has to
throw
step back.
home? Why would he throw home in the first place then?
If
If
there's a
that
runner
runner is
trying
coming
to,
home.
if there's a runner trying to steal home, he disengages from the plate and throws home.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if he were to throw it out, if he were to disengage and then throw it out of play, you'd have two bases
Yes,
instead of one.
Yes, because he's the fielder.
he's an infielder.
Yep. Hey, while we're on a roll, I think I can help that guy that had the question about the illegal batter. I think this was explained to me, and it makes a lot of sense. Forget about Abel and Baker and Charlie and all that, and just number the batters 1 through 9 in the batting order, and take the simplest situation possible. Think of the top of the first batter of the game, and number 2 comes up instead of number 1. Anytime you have an illegal batter, you have 3 distinct periods of time. You have the period of time from the start of the at bat until the batter reaches base or is put out. Then you have the period of time between either the batter being on base or put out. And then you have the third period of time, which begins once a pitch is thrown to the next batter. So if number 2 is batting and number 1 is supposed to be batting, anytime prior to that batter reaching base or making an out, the legal batter can assume that count, whatever the count is. Once number 2, who is an illegal batter, reaches base or makes an out, they can still appeal that. And if that appeal is upheld, it's not that player that's out, it's the legal batter, which is number 1, that's out. If 1 is out, 2 would come up next. So that's that play where if number 2 is batting and number 1 should be batting, and number 2 gets to first base, they're actually going to call number 1 out, and number 2 is going to come back and bat again. The third period of time is after a pitch is thrown to the next batter. The next batter has to be the batter that is following the illegal batter. So if 2 bats and then 3 comes up next and gets a pitch, 2's at bat is legitimized, and now 3 is the legal batter. Does that make sense?
Okay, actually, that made a lot more sense. Just using numbers especially.
Batter
just
one's
think
out.
of the
Yeah.
numbers instead of the names. Just 1, 2, 3, and think of the 3 periods of time, and it really kind of breaks that whole thing down. What is legal, what is illegal, and then what is the action you take based on the period of time.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. That was helpful. Thank you.
Good.
When you get to that third batter and there's a count on him, and the second batter who was batting out of order gets on base, the third batter comes up, 1 pitch is thrown, and then they discover.
Okay, stop right there. Stop
Yeah.
right there. As soon as number 2 reaches base and 1 pitch is thrown to the next batter, that legitimizes number 2.
What happens
So
to 1? What happens to batter number 1 though? Is the batter
doesn't matter. One comes up the next time around.
It just
Because
disappears.
now 2.
Okay.
Yeah,
So batter
1
does
disappears.
not count as
2
an out.
is the legal batter, and 2 becomes the illegal number 2 becomes legal as soon as number 3 sees the first pitch. Now, say number 2 gets on base, and the next batter comes up and it's number 4, and they see a pitch, that legitimizes 2. But now you've got 4 batting in the wrong spot, and now you've got those 3 periods of time again. So if 4 were to come up instead of 3 and sees 1 pitch, and then they say, wait a minute, 3 is supposed to be batting after 2, 3 would come up and assume whatever count 4 had, because that's in that first period of time.
Okay.
I'd like to add a little nuance to that I'm not absolutely sure of. So batter 1 bats correctly and he gets a single, gets on first base. Batter 3 comes up where 2 should have been. Batter 3 gets a double and advances the runner from first all the way to third. They realize the other team appeals, and so batter 2 is out, and batter 3 must retake the position at home plate and bat again. Does the runner who was on first get to advance to third, the result of that play, or is he put back on third? I'm sorry, on first.
He goes back to first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
It negates the whole at bit. Okay. Thank you.
Yep. Yeah, because and the reason for that would be, let's say that you get the bases loaded and you've got Barry Bonds on your team, and you say, well, I don't care if Barry Bonds is batting out of order. Barry Bonds is going to hit a home run and we're going to score 3 runs. We'll let him call Barry Bonds out, but we'll take the other 3 runs. So you can't, if the offense is doing something wrong, you can't let them prosper from that.
Good
so that's
analogy.
why you would put the runs.
But what we're saying is, say they do that exact case, their Barry Bonds guy comes up, hits the home run or whatever, and the other team doesn't even, if they don't appeal until, a couple batters after that, then it's
Okay, hold on,
it's
stop
legit,
right there.
right?
Think of this. Barry Bonds hits the home run, right? The bases are
Mhm.
loaded with legitimate batters, but then Barry Bonds, who's the 4th batter or the 8th batter, he comes up in the 4 spot, right?
Mhm.
And they're trying to slip him in there, but he's the illegal batter. He hits a home run. Okay, we've gone beyond the first period of time where there's a count on the batter. We're now in that second period of time where the batter has either reached base or been put out. Even if it's a home run, he's reached base, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
He is still an illegal batter until the next batter comes up and sees a pitch. So until that next pitch is thrown, that batter is an illegal batter.
Mhm.
And if they come out and they appeal that, it's not Barry Bonds that's out. It's the batter that should have been up. So it would be the 4th batter, right? 1, 2, 3 are on base. 4 is supposed to bat, but Bonds is 8th. Bonds isn't out. The 4 hitter is out because he was supposed to be up. The next batter would be 5.
Yes, that
4
makes
is
sense.
out.
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like, as soon as that next pitch comes in, if the Barry Bonds guy before hits the home run, another pitch is thrown, the home run is immediately set in stone. We're not taking it away.
Correct.
Once the next pitch is thrown. So again,
yes, once the next
top of the
pitch is
first
thrown.
inning, 1, 2, 3, bat in proper order. The 4 is supposed to be up, but Bonds is 8. Their best hitter for some reason is batting 8. He comes up in the 4 spot. He hits a home run. He rounds the bases. Everything is cool. They celebrate. He is still an illegal batter until 5 comes up and takes a pitch. Once he takes a pitch, that legitimizes Bonds. And it should, yeah, okay, but yeah, and that's the point. It shouldn't be 5, it should be 9. It should be the guy, whoever's after Bonds, should be up. And if the next pitch is thrown and it's not 9 that's batting, then you can't appeal what Bonds or the 3 runners did, but you could appeal that batter. I don't want to get too deep in the weeds with it, but just think of it that way. Think of 1 through 9. Just think of numbers instead of names, and think of the 3 distinct periods of time: the at bat, the runner reaching or being put out, and then after 1 pitch is thrown to the next batter. Those are your 3 distinct periods of time, and it right, and it's enforced differently depending on where you are in that sequence.
Okay, I'll remember that.
And do what all the rest of us do. Hope it never happens. So.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah. Well, the best thing is if the other team if they appeal it, but they appeal it before somebody gets on base, and then it's just like, okay, well, bring the right batter up, and it's 1-1.
Yeah,
that's
and
the easy way.
The count is the same, and yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but don't get bogged down in the weeds of thinking, oh, hey, the last 4 hitters have batted out of order. Only one player can be out of order. Once the next batter takes their at bat and sees a pitch, everything before them has been legitimized. So you can't have 4 people. Like you could, like if number 1 never bats and 2, 3, and 4 all walk, they can't come out and say, well, 2, 3, and 4 are all out because 1 should have batted. That's not how it works. You can only have one.
Only one was.
You can only have 1 player that's out of order.
Yes.
Okay, next Monday, we have another meeting. Does anybody want me to concentrate on anything? Or should I just pull out 10 or 15 case plays and we go through them?
Hey, Paul, can you go back on number 8 for me?
Yes. What's your question?
I had missed it. That's all.
Oh, okay. Number 8, the answer is C, Charlie.
Hey, who's ever watching the Pistons, can y'all mute your system?
Oh no, they're up here almost winning. It's a tie game.
Okay, so number 8, you can use all 3 of your conferences in one inning if for your 3 free conferences. You can use them all in one inning. That's what number 8's getting at.
Oh, okay. The next meeting, can you go over player DH?
Oh yeah, certainly. That was on the handout I had. So I'll definitely put some of that in.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Anybody else? If you think of something, email me or text me. If you call me and you don't leave a message, I don't answer the phone if I don't recognize the number, unless I know you. So text me, leave a message. I promise I'll call you back. Okay, we went way over, so we lost Steve for some reason. He's back, hopefully. That's all I got for tonight. If we're not together next week, have a great season. Stay warm, stay healthy. Bob, is Bob Check still on? He looks like he's gone. Okay. Gary, you still with us? Or did we? No.
Gary and Bob are both gone now.
Okay. So we don't have any more assigners. Unless we do. Do we have any assigners on the phone that want to say something? Okay. 9:28. Went over. Sorry. Thought it was a good discussion though.
Yep, great job.
Yeah. Thanks, everyone. Yeah.
We'll talk to everyone next Monday, hopefully.
Thank you, Paul.
Good night, all.